Okay, we are live and hello and welcome to the post-match show. Today, obviously, two matches happened, and as we promised, we will be come back to discuss about both the games. And today, along with Trishadi, Shorjani has also joined with us. So, Trishadi, first of all, your view on the MI versus DC game. I know it is not a good start for you because DC have lost, and the way they have lost, I think that is more concerning. A loss can happen, but the way they have lost, that is more concerning. But what is the positive that worked for Mumbai, and what is the negative that went for Delhi today?
I think for Mumbai, clearly, we have spoken about this pattern even last game that once Natsivar brand performs, suddenly the Mumbai unit looks very different from what it is. And then add to that, Harmanpreet Kaur performing and batting the way she did, was extremely impressive. I thought Jemmy on captaincy debut made quite a few blunders. But that's fine. It's expected, It's a big level for her to make blunders is where she'll learn. Um, but I was actually very, very disappointed with the way Delhi batted. I thought, some lazy shots from Rizeli. Uh, Same goes for Shafali. Same goes for Laura Woolward. None of the deliveries, taking nothing away from Nicola Kerry as such. But it's not like she bowled the delivery, unplayable delivery. They
Yes.
made it into unplayable deliveries. The gap between the bat and pad of Laura Woolward was a shock. I think I watched that replay thrice and I went back in the OTT platform, not naming it, and I was watching that what exactly happened there. How can someone technically that sound actually have that big a gap between the batting pad? But that is a technical fault um, that Laura has to solve. Shafali today, I think the biggest problem that happened with DC, and again, I can equate this straight up with, say, for example, the GG chase, the UP chase or the um,
DG
RCB
batting.
chase last
RCB.
night. The opening partnership. There, one of the partners needed to stay longer and also start hitting. Lee did hit two boundaries in the beginning, but Shafali was looking absolutely scratchy. Unexpectedly at that, the way she batted in the Sri Lanka series, three consecutive 50s, and then you don't score once, and then suddenly you're out of form or what God knows you're batting that scratchily is very, very difficult to understand. And yes, of course, as a DC supporter, it was shocking. I was texting you. In fact, I was telling a friend of mine there as well that I don't think DC, if they play like this, are going to the finals even. And she was like, "It's just match one. Don't go ahead of yourself."
Yes, yes, not a good start for Jamie as a DC captain. But Shorjan, I will come to you. Defending champions Mumbai had a tough night out there last night. Getting defeated by RCB. But back to back 2 days they had to play. So me and Trishadi were discussing this that the fatigue might be a factor for them because it is very tough to play this kind of intense cricket for two back to back days. But the way they made a comeback, both in the batting and the bowling department, how impressive they have been for you.
It was really very impressive because when you talk about this back to back, they've been playing matches. But what you have to understand is that this is not a new pitch. I mean, they have played here yesterday, so they know how
Correct.
the pitch will play out and how everything will work out. So they know, so they're already accustomed. And also, the thing is, after yesterday, when they made a lot of blunders, I mean, I was talking to Trishadi about Brunt, and what I was saying is that yesterday she had a bad day at office. She was not being able to perform. I mean, with the ball also, she was not good. We saw in the last over. I mean, she dropped a few catches of Clerk as well. And then,
Yes.
even when I talk about Carrie, I think when she was feeling in the deep, she dropped a catch of Clerk, and then she threw it to Kamalini, and Kamalini missed the run out. So that was really bad. I think fielding wise, Mumbai has improved a lot today, and we saw two excellent catches from Kamalini. And it was really impressive because I think catches. I mean, there was a lot of misfielding, but I think it was better than yesterday. And Mumbai, they have really improved, and they have also made a change where Saika Ishak has been dropped. As well as I would say about Saika, I mean, yesterday she was not very economical, and she also dropped a catch as well.
Yeah.
So today Mumbai definitely performed better, but again, while she was pointing out about Jemima, I mean, yeah, definitely she did make a few blunders. But what I liked about her was that in the first over when Nandini Sharma was fielding, and then it was a misfield. It went straight to her hand, but then she misfielded the ball, and then
Mm.
Jemima, she went, and then she gave a pat on her back, and she was like, "No, okay, okay, chalta hai, chalta hai." So I
Mm.
think that is very important as a captain, because you're motivating your players, and you're helping them out to go and play and perform. But again, when Harmanpreet and Brunt were batting and when Delhi Capitals were batting, it was looking like two different pitches. So I mean, I would ask that question to you guys. I mean, do you feel that the pitch was playing out differently in the second innings? I mean, was the ball coming a little, was it getting stuck in the pitch? I mean, what was the reason? Because it looked like two different pitches when Delhi Capitals were batting and when Mumbai Indians were batting.
Um, I'm just taking that randomly. No, I think it was
Okay.
more about the approach.
Mm.
Somehow I felt at every single point, if you see, Mumbai actually started accelerating around the 13th, 14th over. By then, Delhi had already lost five wickets. So the approach was different from Mumbai. Yesterday, for example, Mumbai was approaching the same way that Delhi did today. Like, they went from ball one.
Mm.
While yes, you have to hit boundaries, but you also have to ensure that you push the bowlers as well. They are trying to win, and it's a psychological game, and you have played the game, so you know this. That when it's bowler versus batter, it's more than a physical battle. It is a psychological battle, which is where I thought Delhi was way behind Mumbai today. At no point did you put Mumbai under pressure with the ball, with the bat. Because I just thought, what was that Jemmy shot? Yes, excellent catch by Kamalini.
Mm.
But what shot exactly was that? And Jemmy made this same blunders against Pakistan, I remember. And she was caught, but it was a no ball. That is why she was saved. Otherwise, India would have been 20 odd for three or something of
Yes.
that sort. And I remember this because Snehashish and I at Colombo were like, what did Jemmy just do? So it's just that there are a few things where what was that Shafali Verma shot? When you're chasing something like 194, you have to score about 10 runs per over is understandable. But when Lizelli is already hitting,
Okay, some network issue maybe for Trishadi. Okay, we have to check whether. But Shorjani, I will ask you about the Chanel Henry innings. I think she was brilliant with the bat, and you expect this kind of innings from her. Now the question is the consistency. In the last season also we saw a few of these innings, but how many she can produce this time? Okay, Trishadi is back. Trishadi can continue.
yeah, I'm so sorry I got a call from my sister. So, yeah, as I was saying, I think the problem is, again, they did not build partnerships. If you look at MI built some very good partnerships. That's
Mm.
where they won. And DC completely missed out on that. When Laura Woolward came out to bat, she came out to bat so positively. But then she played a nothing shot against a nothing ball. Against Nicola Carey, it wasn't even Shabnam Ismail. And I'm not saying that Nicola Carey is a bad bowler, but Laura Woolworth to Nicola Carey, I mean, come on. You have to be better than that. So I just thought they approached the chase in a very, very different way than what Nadine de Klerk did. It was always RCB was trying to take it to the last ball, whereas DC somehow was trying to finish 194 in 10 overs. And they ended up losing five wickets. And from there on, think of this, Shorjani and Sneha. I'm sure you guys will agree. Had there been one more batter with Chanel Henry, this could have been a very, very
Yes.
different game altogether.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Chanel Henry could be, DC's Nadine de Klerk if there was one better to beat
Absolutely.
her up.
Actually, she can do it better.
Yes.
The amount of power Chanel Henry has, when she hit that six, I was like, okay, that's out of
Mhm.
DY Patil. That was a mammoth six, and she hit it with like zero effort. She's that good. But you need others to be there with her, right? She
Yes.
cannot alone be chasing 194.
Exactly, and that is what I was going to ask, Shorjani, that about Chinel Henry. I think she showed that she is capable of that this type of innings in a season last time around, and this time in the first match only we saw these innings today. But I think now the consistency, how many innings she can produce this kind of when the situation arises. But Trishadi, I will come to Shorjani before that. Trishadi, one question that I want to ask you that G Kamalani. I think yesterday that run out miss. I think she got criticized obviously to miss that run out chances of dismissing Nathan De Clark. Eventually she won the game for RCB, but today she was brilliant behind the wicket. So very happy from Team India perspective that G Kamalani
Yeah,
is
yeah,
being groomed
absolutely.
as a wicket keeping option.
Yeah, absolutely. And I had said this yesterday also that people are jumping to the conclusion too quickly. I think G. Kamalini is a very good wicket keeper. Yes, she'll take a little time because till last year she wasn't a full-time keeper in WPL as well. So suddenly, when somebody has come up a level, you cannot expect them to perform at the same level from the very beginning. Today, that Jemmy catch was excellent, fabulous reaction. But having said that, I think today both the keepers had a pretty good day. Apart from that,
Yes.
Rizal missing that first wide,
Mm.
I think Lee also took quite a few good catches. Um, and especially, why I'm saying this because a lot of people are saying a lot of things in social media about Lizelle Lee because, of course, of her body and she's going through a lot of body shaming unnecessarily, and that too coming from people who are sitting and using their keyboard to troll someone who's right there at the ground and performing. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, for her to then jump and take those two catches, oh, brilliant! Because the first one actually went to the first lip.
Yes.
She took that catch. I think she was brilliant. Next, and Kamalini behind the stumps, one more very sharp take from her. It was a leg side wide. Um, she took a very sharp one. And I thought Kamalini has matured so quickly in one game itself, in one night itself, shows the potential of the girl, to be honest.
Absolutely. I also remember one take from Kamalini. I think Triveni was bowling and she got that extra bounce and she took that. I think it was brilliant. Yes, it was brilliant. Okay, so that's it from the Mumbai Indians versus DC game. Obviously, DC have a chance to make an instant comeback tomorrow because tomorrow they will play again. So let's see what happens. But Shojan, I will come to you about the first game that happened today, the GG versus
Before you
UPW
go to
game.
Shorjani, can I tell you something? So I
Yeah.
was just coming out for the show and I was writing the match report with this on my Kandha and I was writing the match report. So a random fan comes and tells me, you're Trisha, right? I said, yes. Um, I watch your show. So I was glad. I was like, oh yeah, thank you so
Oh,
much.
nice.
Yeah. And I was being very, yeah, very happy and all that. And the next thing comes. Why are you wearing an RCP jacket? You keep saying you support DC. That's why RCB won, DC lost. I said, are you mad? So tomorrow I'm gonna make it up. I'm gonna wear a DC t-shirt.
Yes, done, done, done. So DC, maybe that t-shirt brings some luck for DC tomorrow. But Shorjani, the first game that happened today, UPW versus GG, not a good start for
Definitely.
Meghlani. Yeah,
I'm
not
sorry
a
to
good start for
interrupt you,
Meghlani.
but before
Hmm.
yeah, but before we go to the first match, I would like to ask Trishadi a question. As we saw in the previous game, also yesterday, also when we talk about Amelia Kerr, okay, she got dismissed to an outswinger delivery yesterday. Also today, also we
Correct.
saw the same pattern repeat with Henry. So I mean, is that the strategy that the players are going to follow when they are playing against Amelia Kerr? I mean, is the outswinger delivery all?
Yeah, absolutely. Because Shojani, a fantastic question, by the way. And I'll go a little technical on this. So when Amelia Kerr bats, the way her backswing comes down, it's very difficult to play the outswinger. It's rather easier to play the in swinger, because it comes diagonally down. So it's a little difficult to play the outswinger, which is where she gets caught in a position where she kind of ends up playing outside her body and ends up edging it, which is what absolutely well noticed. Lauren Bell yesterday used it so well because she has a very mean in swinger as well, Lauren Bell. Like, for example, Chanel Henry does not have a mean in swinger. But Lauren Bell has a very, very good in swinger. In fact, she had started off as an in swing bowler. But she kept using that outswinger because that is where Amelia Kerr gets herself into a very difficult position. And now every team is going to do it. The question is, when will Amelia Kerr actually have an answer to it? And that again puts in the question, is Amelia Kerr a fit enough choice to open the battle?
Hmm. Yes, yes,
Because you will
absolutely.
see this, Shorjani, to give an absolute straight up answer. See, you are a bowler. You know it. The moment you see a weakness in a batter, Everybody is going to end up bowling outswinger to her. Even when Renuka bowls, you will see her trying to, make sure that the ball leaves Amelia Kerr, and especially when she's not settled. And Amelia Kerr, after today, especially as far as her batting is concerned, the next game that she opens, I think it's day after, she'll be under tremendous pressure to, not day after, it's on the 13th, sorry. She'll be under tremendous pressure to score at least a single run. And she has got out in single digits. I'm telling you, the first ball she gets will be an outswinger.
Yes, absolutely. I think the outswinging deliveries are the new nemesis for Amelia Kerr out now. But Shorjani, about the GG versus UPW game, I think GG won the game by 10 runs. But the partnership that set the tone for GG, I think Anushka Sharma did brilliantly. She batted brilliantly along with Ashley Gardner. Me and Trishadi have been talking about it that Ashley Gardner performance will define Gigi's success. And I think the way she started the tournament, it was expected. So, your view on that partnership between Anushka Sharma and Captain Ashley Gardner?
See, when you're talking about someone like Ashley Gardner, it is expected out of her. She's the captain. She has a lot of experience. She plays for Australia. So you expect this kind of performance from someone like her. But when you talk about Anushka
Like,
Sharma, the way that both of them were complementing each other, that was really unique and something that was good to look out for. Because, like I said, I'm saying it again that Ashley Gardner, that is expected out of her. But Anushka Sharma, a new face,
Yes.
and when you're playing again, when you're having a partnership with someone like Ashley Gardner, you might feel a little intimidated. You might feel a little,
correct.
your confidence might be a little, you might be underconfident. You might have this feeling that there is someone as great as Ashley Gardner on the other end. I have to perform, and that is there. So they really complemented each other well, and I think both of them took the onus. It's not like Anushka Sharma was the anchor and then Ashley Gardner was hitting. Both of them were continuously complementing each other and going for the shots, and I think that is very important. And I think there was clear communication between the two of them, and the strike rotation was also good. So that is something that is very interesting. And like I said, both of them were complementing each other very well. Although Ashley Gardner did not have a good day with the ball, but with the bat, I think she
Yeah.
was excellent. And at one point, it was looking like UP Warriors might take away the match, but then again, it did not happen. And I think
Mhm.
it was extraordinary. The first match was great.
Absolutely. But
I
Trishadi, I
think,
think.
sorry, just to add to what she said, um, the word that she used is so correct that for someone like Anushka to be complimenting Ashley Gardner was the bigger thing than Ashley Gardner performing or Anushka performing separately. For Anushka to be, Anushka has scored 40 and Ashley Gardner has scored 60 odd or 70 odd, something of that
65,
sort.
65, 65.
Yes, yeah, 65. But you cannot for 1 second say that, you know what, yeah, Anushka scored a 40 and let it be at that. She was that good that she complemented and she walked together in that partnership with Ashley Garner. How many at her age and from domestic level to do that shows the kind of potential that Anushka actually has.
Yes, absolutely. And Anushka Sharma is an all-rounder. She's a off-spinning all-rounder also.
Off
So
spinning all
with the
rounder.
yeah, so
But she did
with
not
the
field well. That was there,
yes,
unfortunately.
yes, one drop catch that went for six.
Yeah,
Yes.
another one also went inside from her
Huh.
hand.
Yeah.
In the
Yes,
body,
yes,
yes, yeah.
yes. But Trishadi, just like Anushka Sharma, I think Shweta Sherawat was also impressive with the bat.
Oh,
I think she showed the glimpses that why team only retained her, showed that trust on her, and obviously with the gloves also she had a decent day out.
oh yes, absolutely. I thought she was better than yesterday's Kamalini, so
Mm,
that should be a compliment because Kamalini is a regular wicket keeper and Shweta isn't. And Shweta was quite good actually. Some of the takes were quite good, but
mm.
one of the takes I remember, she was trying to take the ball, somebody threw it, and it just
Yes.
went through her gloves, and she looked at her glove, surprised. She was like, "Oh, what?" And for a second, I was like, "Oopsie." Because I remember one of the games that I was playing, in my playing days, I had actually, for some reason, the wicketkeeper was injured and something happened. I had to take the glove. So somebody threw from very close, and what happens? You're a fielder in general, right? So somebody is throwing that hard. You have that tendency, you try to move away because you completely forget you have a glove. So then it went through the glove, and actually I was also very confused. What just happened? What went through the glove? So I saw that look, and I was like, yes, happens. But I thought Shweta did really well. But the shot, the clean hitting, Shweta and then Asha Shobna. Oh my God, what? Speechless. I was speechless for a second. I was like, is that Asha Shobna? And I said the same thing, I think, to Shorjani as well. That how did Asha Shobna become this kind of a batter? Oh my God. And if Abhishek Nair is behind this, then hats off to him. I don't know whether he's behind it or not. So that's why I cannot say that or claim it. But if that's the case, then hats off to him. Or whoever has actually explained it to Asha Shobna that she needs to add the batting on with her bowling. I think has done a favor to the Indian team and could well be the difference in the upcoming World Cup, even though it's in England.
Yes, absolutely. And in the recent domestic games also, Asha has managed to score some quick runs through her batting. I think she has worked on that, and I think today was a prime example of that, that she has worked hard. But last two questions before taking some comments. One first, show Jenny for you. Phoebe Litchfield, excellent innings, I will say. I think me and Trishari, we are both are saying that this WPL could be the breakthrough year for Phoebe Litchfield, and it should be, because everywhere she has announced her arrival in style that she is here for a longer stay. But I think in WPL yet to happen. But today she showed that she can play big knocks also. So how impressive that knock, though it went in vain.
It was very impressive because first about her was even when she was not being able to hit, okay, she was rotating the strike. Her running between the wickets was excellent. 2 runs, 1 run, tight singles. It was excellent and she was very aware. And the best thing about her was even when she was underconfident, she looked under pressure, she looked very confident. She looked very confident in her shot selection. I mean, the way she was reverse sweeping and sitting down and sweeping and hitting in the gaps, that was really interesting. And when she was having that partnership, it was also complementing the other players who came in and who were on the non-striking end with her. And the best thing about her was, when she got out also, I mean, she put up a fight. She definitely put up
Mhm.
a fight. And I think the major reason why UP could go that close to the target was because of Litchfield. I mean, Sophie Devine, she
Absolutely.
was excellent with the ball today. But the way Litchfield was dominating Devine was also very interesting to watch. At the end, it was Devine who took
Yeah.
a wicket, but then again, she was dominating each and every bowler. I mean, Ashley Gardner, she was dominating Ashley Gardner. And even I was hearing in the commentary also they were saying that since she knows how Gardner bowls, so in her mind she already knew that this is the
Mhm.
bowler that I'm going to dominate and this is the bowler that I'm going to go for the maximum runs.
Absolutely. She
I think
targeted
I
the
think I
bowlers
will add to
effectively.
that. Sophie Devine's plan to her to get her out
Mhm.
after she hit that four, she brought the fielder in from the long off area to mid off, and she obviously pushed Phoebe Litchfield to. Okay, I just hit someone trying to show where Phoebe Litchfield was hitting. But anyway, Phoebe actually hit that shot, and that was well planned by Sophie Devine. Shows the importance of experience. And I just wanted to say sorry, sorry, Devine. I said Danny Whitehorse should have been there instead of you. But I still think Danny Whitehorse should have been there. I am
Yes.
still backing Dan.
Yeah.
No
Just
doubt
because of
about
the
that.
current form, the form that she is carrying right now, I think she could have been there. Okay, last question,
But
Trishari, for
Phoebe
you. Make
Litchfield in
planning.
general, sorry, Phoebe Litchfield in general, has a problem on the field. She has so much unnecessary energy that she goes and hits people, she goes and bumps into people, and most of them do not have that energy in an afternoon game. She runs in and she goes and hits, and she's thinking that the Indian kids have as much energy as she has, but they obviously don't. Shweta Sharavat was shocked at one time. PB Lishkin, for no apparent reason, in between overs, came running in from the boundary and gave Shweta Sharavat a high five, and Shweta Sharavat was like, and she just walked away. She ran away. She did something like that to Meg Lanning, and Meg actually scolded her and said, "You go, you just go." And stand there." But yes, getting to
Yeah.
Meg Lanning, um, you were asking about her captaincy, is it?
No, her batting. Have again looked a bit rusty in WPL. In WPL,
Expected.
that is the main part. In WPL.
Yes, but the pitches are different. This is where I'm not able to explain to Meg Lanning fans. that
Mm.
Australian pitches are easier to bat on because of the bounce, The moment the pitch is flat, the ball comes onto your bat so easily that it's much easier to bat. Takes nothing away from Meg Lanning, but you have to understand she has aged. She fielded in the cover. The way she was running, you could clearly see that she has aged and she is running slow. And when you start running slow, it also means you're reacting slow. In a slow wicket, if you are reacting slower to something, then it becomes a problem. But in a faster wicket, that's why it's easier because the ball is already coming on and your reactions can be that way. You can play using your muscle memory. She will look rusty. One of the reasons I'm not 100% sure how the Meg Lanning and Kiran Navgire opening partnership will work because I do think that PB Litchfield in the current form or even the kind of shots that she has, PB Litchfield in that lineup is your best batter. And your
Yeah.
best batter has to get maximum number of overs,
Overs.
plain and simple. So she should open the batting. Whether it will be Meg Lanning or Kiran Navgire, that needs to be chosen. Because no, Kiran Navgire can hit the ball. But over and over again, this is something that I've mentioned that hitting two sixes, three sixes, or having one good innings is very different from having one or two good WPLs. And Kiran Navgire has played all the WPLs, if I'm not wrong, and she has not had one entire season to her name. It has been certain innings when she hits 50 or 20 balls or 25 balls, and everyone goes gaga, that she's such a power hitter. Why is she out of the game? So and so. I'm not 100% sure that UP is doing justice to their batting lineup.
Absolutely. Okay, by the way, I forgot one name, Georgia Wareham. She bagged the player of the match, but with the ball, with the bat. Crucial some runs with the bat at a fantastic strike rate and with the ball. How impressive was Georgia Wareham, Trishadi?
Oh, absolutely. I think it was expected.
Expected.
I was telling you that when Georgia Wareham was going unfold, I think I asked you right. Totally
And
no. Somebody called Shorjani or something, it became black.
No, there was some little problem with my internet. Sorry.
Okay. I thought Chorjani just lost interest. She's not there talking. I know her. I lost interest. Bye.
Don't worry,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I mean, Georgia Wareham when she was not being like not being bid for. You remember how shocked I was because I thought
Mhm.
Georgia Wareham, Nadine Declar, these people should be in your team. And thank God in the last 2 days it proves I know something about cricket for sure. But these are the people. I was like, you remember you were there during the auction.
Yes.
I was like, huh?
Yes.
Huh? What? Why are they not getting sold? And then I saw Nadine Declark at 80 lakhs. I was like, sorry? What? So, in fact, in my article, I had written she'll be one of the most expensive buys. And I was right. Uh,
It
Definitely,
should have been.
the scouts need to do better, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Okay,
of
Trishadi.
course, yeah.
Yeah. Can
Let's
you
take
take
some
some
comments.
comments? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Bhanumati Bandhu says Renuka started bowling well as soon as she left RCB. ये क्या बात है?
वाह, ठीक है, मान
ये
लिया.
क्या? Uh, Selfless. One thing is sure, Laura, who plays superbly while playing for her country, takes franchise cricket for granted. I don't remember even one match winning knock at franchise 11. भाई वो granted क्यों लेगी? यहाँ से पैसे मिलता है. Venkatesh Kasturi Rangat. Trisha Ghoshal Moti is Shreya Ghoshal's sister. If that is what you think, A, I'm fat and I'm okay accepting it. You can call me whatever name makes you happy. B, if you think I'm Shreya Ghoshal's sister, sir, I would be so happy to be Shreya Ghoshal's sister.
and
Nothing against my sister. I want both my sister as
yeah.
well and Shreya Ghoshal, so that I can
And not
listen to
only
her singing.
Trishadi, and not only Trishadi, me and Shorjani are also feeling lucky now that we know Trishadi.
No, I mean, yeah, I would like to add another point to that. Number three, I really hope Venkatesh reaches where you are. And I really hope that he does well in life because clearly he does not have anything else to do.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, if look, Shorjani, if calling me fat and calling me Shreya Ghoshal's sister makes him happy, God bless him. You know, you do not know Shorjani because back then you were obviously you did not join the company, so you didn't know. During the World Cup in the Guwahati game, in the mid innings, Shreya Ghoshal was performing, and obviously Snehakshish and I were doing the mid match show. I have never cribbed so much about work in my life. That day, I have cribbed during the show. I have cribbed after the show. I have gone and cribbed to Boryada also in WhatsApp. That Boryada, I miss Shreya Ghoshal singing. If I'm Shreya Ghoshal's sister, you think I would care? I would be like, Didi, Gana gao. अरित्र अरित्र एक तो यार तुम लोग ऐसे लिखते हो ना ओ अरिट्रेड अच्छा आरसीबी will miss Wareham. Yes, I do think so, and especially because Snehasis RCB is not using Prema Rawat, or at least not using means 5 matches हो गए होंगे, but they did not use Prema Rawat well yesterday.
Yes, I think it was quite surprising to see that you have a leg spinner and then you are not
Hmm.
using her. Though Premarath hit that important boundary, that only good thing about her, I think from yesterday's game. But I think RCB should use Premarath more. I think her leg spinning will be useful, and she can be a pivotal option going forward for Team India also.
Absolutely. The sports fan is saying, Shobjani, take this. Didn't know Shweta could keep UP Warriors need to take the tough call of leaving Hurleen out of 11. You can't keep Dot out of the game for majority of the humongous chase of 200 innings. What do you think, Shobjani?
When I talk about Deandra Doughton, I think she was not very good with the ball. She was not economical today, and her fielding was also, I mean, average. I would say below average, if I'm not wrong. And the point is about Harleen there. Yes, I was about to ask this question to you as well. I mean, today she could not score the runs. Even during the World Cup, also we saw, she was not in the proper flow. So, what is her role in the team? I mean, is she going to be the anchor, or has she been taken as a power hitter? Or, I mean, what is expected out of her in the whole setup?
I think the important question is, does she know what is expected of her? Because if she does, then probably she's doing her job. If she doesn't, then of course she's not doing her job. Because to me, it seems that there is a lack of clarity there. As you perfectly put forward, I mean, what is her exact role? Is she an anchor? If she's an anchor, what is she doing before Danger dot in a 208 chase? If she's not an anchor and if she's a power hitter, then her approach has to change and become more like power hittery like, which it clearly isn't. Maybe Harleen either needs to take her game one notch up, or maybe she is not fitting in this format anymore. Unfortunately, Yuko Manikandan is saying forever DC fan. Hopefully we bounce back Trishaka. Forever DC fan in WPL. Just
Yes.
clarify. बिकॉज अभी कुछ महीने बाद आईपीएल आएगा मैं आरसीबी चिल्लाऊंगी फिर आप लोग मेरे को बोलोगे तो इसीलिए मैं बस क्लैरिटी रख रही हूँ स्पोर्ट्स क्रेजी त्रिशा दी डीसी शुड हैव प्लेड दिस 11 शफाली लॉरा जेमी कैप निकी हेनरी ओके स्ने अलाना तानिया नंदिनी श्री I know why you're trying to say Alana King, but evening games, Alana King will not be able to grip the ball. I think she'll get hit. So that is why they must have not taken Alana King.
But I have
Are
another
you sure,
question
man?
regarding the
Uh,
games.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. But while you were talking
No,
about
no.
gripping the ball, was that the issue? Because we saw a lot of full tosses being bowled today. I mean, there were a lot of loose deliveries. So was the gripping the ball an issue today?
Yeah, yeah. It will be at DY Patil Shorjani. I mean, every drinks break, they're coming out with ropes. They're coming out with this big mats to clear the to clear some of the dew, but that's not possible. Maybe tomorrow, if this is the weather that stays, there could be less dew because there is a cool breeze blowing. But then again, when at 5 a.m. through the window, the amount of sunlight that enters the room, I mean, in Kolkata at 5 a.m. we are seeing midnight darkness. So that's why I think the humidity is always high in Mumbai. That's why you get that much of dew. Um, Generally, if you're bowling second, it is anyway, very, very difficult to grip the ball. Uh, but bowling first also because the matches are starting at 7:30. So it's not like there's no dew in the first half or something of that sort. Both the halves have a lot of dew, and I think all the bowlers will face it. I was actually not very surprised with the full process, to be honest.
Mm.
Ayush Sharma says, as Snehashish and Trisha ma'am know that I am a big fan of RCB. I missed yesterday night's live, and that's why I want one of you to comment on batting lineup of RCB. Isn't the batting short? More than short, I thought they got the arrangement wrong. I
Mm.
can never be able to say what was Smriti thinking, sending Radha Yadav above Prema Rawat, Arundhati both. Um, Radha can bat, but Radha is not a batting all-rounder. Neither is Arundhati, but Arundhati is more like a proper all-rounder. So I think Arundhati should have come above Radha. Even for me, even Prema Rawat should have come above Radha. Um, Maybe one batter shot, but I think the fact that they have more power hitters helps them to, kind of conquer that lap. Having said that, if you ask me, I would rather see, I would rather want Georgia Wall in place of Lindsay Smith, and I would want, there was another one I was thinking. Oh,
Gautami
yes, and
Naik.
I would want to see Gautami Nayak in place of Dayalan Lata for sure. Um, you know. Okay, Yuko Manikandan is saying at current time, who is better leg spinning all rounder, Wareham and Amelia Kerr? Hmm, tough
Wareham.
question. One of you pick up. Oh, yes,
For me,
Ashish has said
Wareham.
Wareham.
For me, Wareham.
Also, I
Okay,
think on the recent WPL, I mean, performances that we've seen on both the days, I think Wareham is an automatic choice because Kerr has not been performing well with the bat. So if you talk about this
yeah.
season, it's particularly Wareham as of now.
Even last season, yeah, Shorjan, if you can remember, Amelia Kerr did not perform well with the bat at all. So, yeah, Wareham is a little ahead there. Yuko Manikandan is saying, Mrs. Mrs. क्यों हो जाएगी? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मिसेस 360 फोन लिचफील्ड ये क्या था ये मतलब क्या है लिव 360 is fine and it's TV. It's not phone. How can somebody name it phone? Phone Lichfield. She is future superstar, especially her reverse sweep shot. The switch hit, you mean? Yeah, today she did not hit a good switch hit here, Manikandan. I was waiting for it because I love that shot. I just absolutely admired the shot. Yugo Manikandan has been extremely careful in the next comment. The cricketer Anushka Sharma batting was so good. Of course, the actor Anushka Sharma is not batting only. Denver Johnson is saying if anything can be said about PV, she'll probably go down as the greatest batter in women's cricket in about 10 years from now. Greatest batter? Okay.
Okay, in 10 years time, probably we will be will be there. We will see that. But yeah, potential is there. She's an exciting talent. There is no doubt about
Greatest batter? I I don't think. For me, the greatest batter of women's cricket has retired 3 years back, and you are not going to produce another one, even if her records are broken. But of course, PB Litchfield will be a great of her own. And I'm glad that out of, Alice Captain and PB Litchfield both were being said as future superstars. I'm glad at least one of them has kept that reputation. So sorry. Manikanta Churi is saying UPW can swap Litchfield and Deol positions. Eh? Litchfield bats at number 5 for Australia. No, 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 no.
So that
I'm
is in ODI
asking them to
format.
send Litchfield open. Yeah, and secondly, Litchfield opens in T20s. In
Yes.
ODI, she comes at 5. Ayush Sharma, in my POV, RCB's 11 should look like this. Smriti, Grace, Roy, Nayak, Richa, अभी इनके एन कौन है ओ नदीम डिक्लार ओके इनके एन क्यों नदीम डी क्लार्क एनडी के होगा ना एनीवे राधा अरु प्रेमा श्रियंका बेल इफ यू जस्ट वांट 2 overs from Smith then ball and that a bad bowler as well to give 2 overs. I completely agree with you.
Mm.
Kavya Jain is saying Trisha the Harleen level does not even fit in T20Is. I don't know Why teams are still considering her. You and I in this completely are together. We both don't know why it's there. Manikanta Suri is saying, I would like to ask your views about this. Why players like Smriti Dipti who are consistent for India are not replicating same amount of consistency across WPL seasons? What do you think, Bhailog?
Shurjani, you want to take it?
I would say that when they're playing for India, they know each other, right? They know what is happening, and then there's a coordination going on. In WPL, they're facing different bowlers, be it domestic or be it international. So that variation is there. But again, I mean, they are performing. It's not like that they're not doing very well. They are, but you can have a bad day at office. And I think the first two matches, I don't in this season. I think it'll be harsh to judge them based on the first two matches. I mean, Deepti was okay with the ball. She was not that bad as today.
Yeah.
She did not get the run with she did not get the run with the bat. But I mean, judging their performance based on two matches, I think is a little harsh. So maybe we can have this conversation after a few matches, or in the middle of the tournament.
Also, to add to that, uh, I just think that when it comes to, of course, playing for India, their role is very specific and they stick to it. But in WPL, both of them try to be extra aggressive because they have that different set of, you know, like when you come back from an international stage to a domestic stage, you want to be a little more, stamping your authority aggressive. I feel that is what they try to do and end up doing inconsistent. At least for Smriti, I'm quite sure some of those shots, she would definitely not play when she's playing for India. And
Mhm.
when I say this, I'm not saying she does not take franchise cricket seriously. Please don't take this comment to that. It just means that when you are that good a player, you want to come back and you want to dominate in every other format, in every other tournament. Vishal Das is saying Bharti Fulmali is good player, 50 plus average in WPL 24, 25, 26. Yes, she's a very good player. But Bharti Fulmali, that one match I cannot forget, I cannot take out of my mind. The day I take out, I will be able to, give her the
Certificate.
yes, that certificate, correct. Ayush Sharma, don't know if it's just me, but from T20 perspective, only bowling of UP Warriors looks a bit old. Their three bowlers are 32 plus, and only it might be the others can.
Okay, I think
Others
again.
can have different, but I feel that UP's bowling is weak because they're 32 plus. Your Indian team captain is 36. Age is not the point here. The point is, are they bowling well? If they are, then the age doesn't matter. Fayala is saying, I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Hope DC wins tomorrow. I will wear DC t-shirt. DC has to win. Anjali is saying, hi Trishadi, how you would rate Jamie captaincy? It would be an absolute crime to rate her captaincy after just one game. It would be a crime that I will not be able to sleep with, knowing that I have given somebody a point, a young captain a point on her first day as a captain, but of course there have been positives and negatives. I thought bringing in Cherney right after the power play was an excellent move. It did not work. National Brand went after her. All that is fine, but I thought it was an excellent move. On the other hand, I thought bowling Cap 3 overs when Cap was not really making a lot of. See, Lauren Bell yesterday bowled 3 overs right at the top. Made sense. She was bowling very well. Marisane Cap was not bowling well. And that is one thing that, we talk about a lot of things for DC. DC season will be defined a lot by how Marisane Cap bowls with the new ball. So I think that is where today there was no need of bowling her that third over, is what I thought. But rating her
Trishadi,
captaincy,
go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I thought you
no,
were
no, it's
starting.
fine. Array, fine. They are giving Adda. There is no formality here. Then
No, but what I'm saying is that when we're talking about Jemmy as a captain, should we like rule out the possibility that on the field when she faces pressure and all, she has Laura Woolward to go to, because Woolward is definitely the
of
captain of
course,
South Africa. So should we like rule out the possibility that there is also Woolward to complement her on the field?
only not only Woolbot. I mean, think of this. Uh, of course, because I'm watching it from the ground, I have that privilege of saying after the over finishes, there are a number of times when Marizane Cap, when a new bowler is coming, is talking to Jimmy and the new bowler. It's a huge support. This is something that I kept saying for Harman's captaincy as well. That there are a lot of people who kind of abused me and said a lot of things about criticizing Harman's captaincy because she has won two WPLs. Do not forget you have a West Indies captain in Haley Matthews, you have England captain in Nat Silver Brand, and you have an Amelia Kerr as well. So you have a lot of players there who can do their own stuff. You don't need somebody to be the captain, and same goes for Jemmy. I absolutely agree with you. Say for example, when Marizane Cap is bowling, you don't really need to go and tell her, you have to bowl here and then I'll place the field there. That's not required. That is where the bowling changes become. Then that is where I concentrate on. The other thing that I concentrate on for a captain is, for example, you pointed this out rightly, that when somebody like Nandini Sharma misfields, young, absolutely raw talent, you go and pat her and say, it's all right, it happens, it's not such a big deal. Let's concentrate. And this is something, you know what, Shorjani, this is last year. I remember I had said that Jimmy will make a good leader because there was a very, very crucial run out opportunity where Jimmy had thrown the ball to Charney. Charney was the bowler and the batter was miles away. But Charney missed it and missed the run out. Almost every single person on the face was very unhappy with Charney, and you could see that. Charney's face had become this small because, of course, Charney knew that could have been a match winning, losing moment. But Jimmy turned, and Jimmy was like, no worries, well done. Next ball, Charney got that wicket. So that I'm not saying she got it because Jimmy said this, but I'm trying to say it's a huge deal. That is where I start seeing leadership, because in franchisee cricket, I don't think a captain needs to work as hard as they need to do in, in their international side, for example. Okay, Ayush Sharma is asking prediction for tomorrow's game. भाई रुक जा कल भी प्री शो है क्या कर रहा है Prediction for tomorrow's game, DC versus GG. I'm backing DC to get the win, but the duo of Wareham and Gardner is gonna be the block in between. DC's win, gonna miss her in RCB colors. अच्छा तुम आरसीबी फैन हो मैं तो ये पूछने वाली थी तुम क्यों आरसीबी में उनको मिस कर रहे हो अब याद आया स्पोर्ट्स फैन डिडंट नो सेम कमेंट मत करो हम लेंगे शांति रखो मणिकांत सूरी वेरी सरप्राइज दैट प्लेयर लाइक कर हैज very poor World Cup. She has excellent leg spinner skills, that too coming from New Zealand. I think she's overdoing her wrong one. You can almost anticipate Amelia Kerr bowling a googly every other delivery. That's where she's becoming a little predictable, is what I think. Sangit Datta says, what an idiot he is. She's probably the best mind in India for women's cricket, and all he noticed is Tushar. Did you just call me the best mind in India for women's cricket? Okay, guys, thank you. Bye bye. Good night. I'm going. Thank you so much, Sangit. That's very sweet of you. Don't worry. If he notices my physique, he notices. Whatever makes him happy, let him notice that. Um, okay, guys, this goes on and on and on. Um, we have already spoken for 48 minutes. We have to end the show क्योंकि घर वर जाना है ये रास्ता ना लोगों से फुल था अभी झाड़ू मारने आ गए उसके बाद वो भी चले गए अब सिर्फ मैं ही अकेली खड़ी हूँ घर वर जाऊं कि ना जाऊं मतलब कमेंट्स ही लेते रहे एक काम करते हैं आप लोग कल वापस आओ कल कब वापस आओगे कल एक ही गेम विच इज एट 7:30 so we will be live at 6:30 tomorrow
Yeah.
there will be a small change we are not going to include Snehashish Shorjani और मैं करेंगे it will be
Yes.
Shorjani's test of um hosting the English show. Don't worry, it is not a pressure situation. We are just putting Amelia Kerr to open the battle. That's all.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
For
really hope
for
I
one
don't get an
innings,
outswinger tomorrow. I really hope so.
and that is also for one innings. In the second innings, I will come back. I will
Yeah,
come back. Yes.
in the second
Okay.
innings, we'll
Thank.
come back to the rescue.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Trishati. Thank you, Shojani, for joining in. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. Again, two fantastic matches, but unfortunately for Meg Lanning's UP Warriors and Jamie Rodriguez Delhi Capitals, that they couldn't start the tournament with a win. But there's a chance for DC to make a comeback tomorrow as they face GG. So let's see what happens. So let's join us tomorrow in the pre and post show. Till then, take care. Good night, and let's join in tomorrow's live session. Thank you.